13th video lecture of research semester 5 model number 1. In today's video lecture we are going to discuss about the research process. That is, what are the steps one needs to follow when conducting a research, that is a scientific research. Now this concept, that is the process of research, has been divided into two videos, video number 13 and the next video, that is video number 14. Now in today's video, that is video lecture number 13, we are going to discuss about only what is the introduction or what are the steps involved in a research process. An explanation of these steps will be given in the next video. So let us begin. Before beginning, let us understand what is a research. Research, as we have already discussed, is basically a search for knowledge. It is a journey. So what exactly do a definition fits into research? Research process consists of a series of action or steps necessary to carry out a research. That is, because it is scientific in nature, you need to carry out research through a number of steps, well-defined steps. It guides a researcher to conduct research in a planned and organized sequence. Because you have already chalked out the steps, the entire research process that will be there or that you will follow will be a much organized and a planned way. It is a procedure that is significant for a research to accomplish within the constraints of time, cost, and scope to yield fruitful and timely results and conclusion. Now, as we all know that whenever we are conducting research, we need a budget for conducting research. There is a time constraint, that is, time is allotted to us. Within the time frame, we have to complete the research and give our report, that is the findings, to the management for decision making purpose. Then also the scope sometimes is limited. You might be forced, or you might be doing research in particular geographical area only, or in a particular area of research, that is the study, that is the whether you are doing it in a particular mall or maybe some other thing. So the scope of the research is also sometimes limited, the cost is limited, the time that is given to you, that is allotted to you, that also might be limited. So in all these limitations, when you as a researcher are working and you are conducting the research, you should try to yield fruitful and timely results. In order to do this, your research should be very systematic, organized, planned. So to do this, you need to have a predefined step or predefined steps that you have to follow. So basically, the research process has certain steps, that is 7, or in some textbooks they also say 8 steps. So I am taking down these as 7 steps. Seventh step is interpretation and report writing, that is the final step in my research process. In some other textbooks you can see the seventh process that is there is divided into, seventh step is divided into 2 steps, that is 7th and 8th. 7th will be interpretation and 8th will be report writing. So nevertheless the meaning stays the same whether you put it in 7th step or 8th step. So what are these steps that you need to follow to have your research, or to conduct your research in a scientific way, to conduct your research in an organized and planned way? The 7 steps are like this. Step 1, define your research problem. So once you define your research problem, what do you mean by defining a research problem? That is, you need to understand what exactly is your problem, that is problem identification. Sometimes it may also mean that you need to understand what are your opportunities. So it may not be always problem identification that you have to do, it may be sometimes growth opportunities that you have to identify for your company. Step number 2 is review of literature. Now what does this mean? Step number 2, it means that you have to do a review of literature, that is somebody else might have done similar kind of a study in some other time, or maybe in some other company, or you may take help of some secondary data before doing your research. Maybe to understand your topic better, you may go to a library, read some book, you may go to certain websites, read some writings that the authors have done or published regarding your field of study. So whatever these things you are doing, that is nothing but a review of literature. Whatever somebody has already done that is related directly or indirectly to your topic, you are trying to read it and you are reviewing those literatures. Step number 3 is formulate hypothesis. You already know this, you have done this in QT. Once you, that is formulation of hypothesis. Hypothesis is basically a statement that has been to be proved statistically whether it is right or wrong. So you have certain null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis, and then you test, and that is what you have to do. Same thing. Step number 4 is preparing the research design. So you have to prepare your research design. Now this is a very critical and crucial part. It is probably the heart and soul of your research process. Your sampling design, your sampling technique, all these things will be decided in step number 4. Step number 5 talks about data collection. Data collection. Now you need to analyze data. Before analyzing the data, you need to collect the data. The collected data will be, maybe directly the researcher might go to collect data, or maybe the researcher might send someone, enumerator, to collect the data. The data collected is raw, which you are collecting. So the raw data has to be collected from the market or the field, you can say, or sometimes in a laboratory. Then the next step is data analysis. Before doing data analysis, there is something known as editing, coding that you have to do. So what is this? This is basically filtering of data. So the raw data which you got in step number 5 in data collection step, that you are filtering and processing it to a much usable form. Once it is done, that is raw data is converted into a much usable form by the statistician, then the statistician does data analysis. Data analysis can be done through any of the statistical methods which you have studied in your QT, or there are some higher methods. It's not needed that you always use your pen and paper to do data analysis. There are a lot of softwares available these days like SPSS, Systat, MATLAB. All these softwares help you to do data analysis. In fact, in Excel also you can use an Excel solver tab to solve some of your statistical problems, and you can do certain data analysis. Then comes step number 7. Under step number 7, we are doing two things. One is interpretation and then report writing. Based upon the findings of our research, based upon our data analysis, what is that we are going to interpret? Are we going to reject the null hypothesis, or are we going to accept the null hypothesis? If we reject the null hypothesis or accept the null hypothesis, what are its what are the things that we are going to tell? So what are we going to interpret out of it? So these interpretations have to be written, and once it is written, a report has to be formed to be presented to the management for effective decision making. The report writing also has certain steps that we'll discuss later. So this is basically an introduction to the 7 steps of market research process that you need to follow when you are doing your research. So now what happens is, we shall look at the explanation of all these 7 steps one by one in our next video.